It's all unraveling. It's all unraveling.
Shalom, shalom. We would like to welcome you to the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where I am your host, Sha'ir Yeshub Judah, sitting alongside of Oxafaya Sheoku. We're going to do it like we always do on every day that the Greeks call Thursday. We're going to have ourselves a great show. And if you have not done it yet, I ask that you would take time out to subscribe to the show and also hit that like button. With that being said, let's prepare ourselves to be edified.
Check the me's, man, they about to get their blast on. Prophecy, interpretation, Isaiah 55:11. So it ain't
Shalom, shalom. What's happening? Are you?
It's getting close.
Shalom, are you? I like the ventriloquist thing you just did. You was talking but not moving your lips. That's
Hey,
nice.
man, I've been practicing that. I've been practicing that.
It's Thursday.
It is Thor's Day. This is the day that the Greeks call Thursday, and we would like to welcome everybody back to the Truth Be Told Flex podcast. And as it was stated, I'm your host, Sha'ir Yeshub Judah, and we have
Oxafar, Yasharala, Yeshua.
my man, Oxafaya
How y'all doing?
man. Brother, it's been a lot going on in the media. There's been a lot going on in the news, which made it kind of difficult to narrow down some of these stories that wanted to touch base on. But one of the strangest things that I saw was in Florida. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In Florida, you have a landlord that has taken upon himself to tell his tenants that unless you get vaccinated, you cannot renew your lease and or you will be evicted. That was so strange to me. And I know that this is off of the heels, Yashel, who off of your president and his cocktail mandate, right? He put a lot of pressure on business owners, on private and federal business owners, right? He put a lot of pressure on them. One of the good things about Texas, which is the same as Florida, is this. Even though Biden said that if you are a private business owner and you have 100 or more employees, you need to mandate that they be vaccinated or they be terminated. Well, our governor, and I forgot to look up the name of the governor of Florida. Sorry about that, but
Governor Ron DeSantis.
Okay,
Governor
then cool.
Yeah, I got it.
That is his name because he's also in the article that we're going to bring up as well. All praises. They are on the same wavelength as far as look. Getting that cocktail is a personal choice.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's hard for employees in Texas and in Florida to mandate because we live in no mandatory vaccine states. You see what I'm saying? So, and for this landlord who the landlord name is
it's something. It's over the I. I know that.
Alvarez. His last name is Alvarez.
Yeah.
This I want to get his first name. Let me get his first name.
I started to write it down too, but I just gonna call him
Santiago.
Yeah.
But his landlord Santiago Alvarez, for him to be
Alvarez,
right. He's leaning on Biden's side, but yet at the same time, he is going against what the governor of Florida is saying as well. But this is where we're moving towards, Oxify. These last few shows that we have had, all of these shows could be tied directly into Revelation 13, the mark of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
The last few shows that we had, as Hebrews, we pride ourselves on being able to go into that scripture, understand and find this precept,
Fine,
babe,
yeah,
and find this precept. But on these last few stories that we done had, these last few shows that we done had, we could stay right here in Revelation chapter 13, where they are going to cause both small and great, rich and poor, to not to have power to be able to buy or sell unless you have the mark of the beast.
right.
And keeping a roof over your head is something important, Safa.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
When I
so
went
when
when
you,
I when I went in the truth or anything, but just struggling out there, being homeless as many times as I have been, it's hard to keep a roof over your head. And now that Most High got me in a spot to where I'm able to afford what I need to, and then they come out with all this.
it's gonna be rough, man, for people because, and that's what they're doing. They putting cuffs on people. You
Mm-hmm.
have people who really do not want to take the cocktail for whatever reason they want to. I don't think that anyone should have to explain why they don't want to.
Right.
Okay, no one should have to explain, but according to the laws, right, they have what is you got religious exemptions, or
Mm-hmm.
you can exempt out if it goes against your morals. But check this out, you have to prove that. How can I prove that the vaccine goes against my moral?
But
How
see,
can
but
I prove that?
the loophole of that is because I looked into that because I was supposed to go and get me and my family the religion system. What's that
Exemption, the
exemption?
religious exemption.
So I was reading it and going into it, but then they said jobs can never accept that. Jobs don't have to accept that. Jobs won't even think about accepting it. I said, well, why they even give us the options if they give the options to the jobs not to accept it? So that's kind of
The
crazy.
the exemptions are as useless as the cocktail itself, because
Yeah.
I mean, in all reality, dude, they telling us that the hospitals are filled with unvaccinated people, but every time I read an article, every time I see the news, like my wife just sent me an article not long ago of a man that was fully vaccinated that died on a plane in the air
Mm-hmm.
of COVID-19. You see what I'm saying? He was fully vaccinated. The exemptions are as useless as the vaccination himself. Now, this dude, man, what you're doing is you are taking away the freedom of choice from people. That's what
Right.
you're doing. So employers are telling us that if you don't get vaccinated, you can't work. And now landlords are saying, and even though this is an isolated situation that is in Florida, I haven't heard of another story like this anywhere else. But it's
I haven't
soon
either.
to be, though. This is going to be a norm, man, because this is what they're doing in other countries, by the way. I don't
Yeah.
know if you are familiar with this or not. Other countries are doing this. They're not allowing, in Nigeria, you can't even go to the bank if you're not vaccinated. You can't bank. See, in Canada, dude, they doing all kind of crazy stuff in Canada to the unvaccinated. So now you telling me that I can't renew my
Yeah.
lease, neither can I, or I'm going to be facing eviction if I'm not. You are taking away what makes me an individual. This is why I say the vaccine is making people zombies. Not so much
Mm-hmm.
zombies like zombie apocalypse that you be seeing on TV, World War Z,
Right.
but zombies in the sense of you are taking away the people ability of being who we are as individuals. You are forcing me to do things your way when that's not
Come.
right. In order for me to eat, I got to get vaccinated. In order for me to have somewhere to stay, I got to get vaccinated. In order for me to be able to survive in your society, I have to get vaccinated. Now, once that toxic is in our bloodstream, you can't take it out.
No longer human. Uh, and at least he got a little heart. The people that are vaccinated, they got the one dose. He's giving them a minimum time to get the second one, or else they got to get out. You got to be fully. So I'm like, man, this man just. And the funny thing about it, the governor said he issued an executive order banning proof of vaccinations from being required of business and government entities.
Well, he
So what?
said that. Oh, go ahead. I apologize.
Oh no,
Listen.
no, I'm just gonna finish out with the tenant who he kicked out. Right,
Uh,
her lawyer sent his lawyer a letter, and then his lawyer sent back one talking about he's not going against the governor's orders. He said that he's not violating because the tenants are not customers or patrons.
that's where I was finna say, man. So his whole premises is that tenants are not customers. I had to look that up. I was like, how are we not customers? Now,
If
me and
we
my
paying
wife
and
talked.
if we paying something and get a receipt on what we paid for, that makes us a customer.
Well,
But what's the loophole?
well, I don't think there is a loophole. I just came across an article that presented a valuable argument to where tenants are not customers. If I was a landlord, if you was renting from me, right? There is this
Mm-hmm.
thing, and me and my wife talked about this for an hour last night. She's so dadgum smart. She had a rebuttal for everything, man. But
Yes, that's her. That's her.
I know,
You
right?
got you gotta love
I gotta love her,
her.
man. Gotta love her. But if you was renting a property from me, right, and you are my tenant and I'm your landlord, I cannot treat you as a customer because in the customer service world, the customer is always what?
Right.
Right. I couldn't look at you as my tenant as a customer in the sense of that you are always right. That's my building that you in. You dig what I'm saying? That's why they are called landlords. So they
Right.
look so in the argument that I was reading, right? It was like a debate. Okay, they're not customers. Then that's what his lawyer told him. Tenants are not customers. And so he's riding off
Mm-hmm.
that premises and being able to do it. They're saying that your tenants are your employees. Treat them like employees. Now, think about how employers treat employees. You're going to
Mm.
do what? What I say do, or
Get fired.
you see what I'm saying? They're not customers. Now, do I agree with that tenants are not? No, I don't agree with that because you are
Nah.
providing a service. The service is the apartment, i.e., the house that I'm living in. That's the service that you are providing, and I'm paying for that service monthly. I
Right.
signed the contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the other part of that argument. If you go to Walmart to buy a case of beer or some cereal or a bag of greens, Walmart don't make you fill out a contract in order for you to buy that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So they saying so therefore your tenants are not your customers because they went into a contract. But with that contract, that gives me rights.
Well, you can take the demolition world or the working outside type world because when a contractor says something that needs to be done, we all get together, we work, and I hear my boss says, "Hey, the customer's asking for this. The customer wants this done by this time."
Right.
So I have heard that when I used to do demolition. And by the way, you know who bagging this up, man?
Who is
You know
that?
who's on board with this? Democrats are pushing this.
Oh
They
yeah,
are
most
pushing
definitely.
this issue. They say they agree with the landlord.
Exactly, because Democrats are all about big government. I want to use the political term, sir. Democrats are about big government. This is why, and I got to put this out here as well. I'm not a voter. Oxafon's
Nigga,
not a
my.
voter. We allow the political world to run a political world, but we know how the political world works.
Mm-hmm.
Democrats are big government. Republicans are small governments. This is why I like Governor Wheelchair here in Texas, Governor Abbott. Governor Abbott, he is not anti-vax. In fact, he has the COVID vaccine, but
Mm-hmm.
he believes that every individual has a right of choice. That's how Republicans think.
That's how
Democrats on
Governor
the other
Ron
end,
is.
exactly. Democrats on the other end, they believe that no, we gotta make people do this here. That's big
Right.
government. And no, and these are the people that our people vote for. We voted this
Yeah.
dude in.
Yep.
We voted this senile dude in. Before we move on, I I want you I want to look at his reasoning for doing
Yeah,
it.
go ahead.
It's right here. It says, after recovering from COVID-19 earlier this year, recently losing 2 friends from the virus complications, and learning that at least a dozen of his tenants have died of the illness, Alvarez, who owns about 1,200 units in Broward and Miami-Dade County, said he is not willing. Listen to this. I'm going to highlight this. He is not willing to compromise the health of his vaccinated employees and tenants for those unwilling to be immunized. Make it make
So,
sense.
so you got this disease fighter in you. The best of the best vaccination they ever came out with, hitting it, doing everything they can. And this Joker is scared that the ones who don't have it in them can get them sick.
What's the point of getting it?
What's the point of getting it?
And that's why I was saying that the exemptions that they say that we have, they are as useless as because your vaccinated employees and tenants, they got it to protect themselves. So why are
Mm-hmm.
they worried about me if I don't get it? You choose to get it so that you can feel safe. So why do you feel unsafe around me because I don't get it? Got it. That makes
Yeah,
no sense to me.
I'm gonna put on all these clothes and a big coat and everything because it's snowing outside. But I ain't gonna go outside because I might get cold.
Come on now.
Ain't that what we call an oxymoron?
That is an oxymoron. It said, he goes on to say, it very much upsets me that my employees are exposed to COVID all day of the week because there is someone who does not want to get vaccinated. But they are
All day
not
of the week.
exposed because they got the super fighter inside of them.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. That's the
all
whole
days
point of
of the
you
week.
getting it. All
All
days
days of the week.
80 years, if you don't want to get vaccinated, I have the obligation and duty to protect my workers and tenants. I thought that's what the vaccination was supposed to do.
Yeah, they pushing for that.
You doing the job of what the vaccine is for. They took the vaccine to be protected. They don't need you to put people out to protect them. They got it in their system.
That shows
sense.
I don't understand their faith now. I don't understand their faith.
Their faith is in science. They believe in science.
Yeah, I didn't heard that so many times, man. Recently,
they believe
when I was out
science,
sick, I kept hearing that.
Yeah, they believe in science. Let's move on. What you got next?
We got the Alice Bailey 10-point plan for the NWO. And let's see if we can read and compare it to what's going on today, buddy. Now, Alice Bailey, this wicked woman right here. Look at her. Boy, look at her. She look like she wakes up every day and say, "Hail, Satan." But she was born in 1880 and died in 1949. And during this time that she wrote these plans out. And to this day, they still in effect. We're going to start with number 2. Reduce parental authority over children. I'm seeing it every day. I didn't been through it. That's one of the things where I said I had to get my house in order. They giving more rights to children with authority than the parents. The children can get out of anything, get out of trouble, whoopings, call CPS, do whatever, and they gonna come to the help of the children versus the adult. Number 4, if sex is free, make abortion legal and easy. That's what y'all women dealing with now. This is why that fight is going on because of this lady. It's something that they started a long time ago, got the ball rolling. Now it's in effect. We got number 6, make homosexuality an alternative lifestyle. We can throw that alternative word out because they just made it the whole lifestyle, man.
When did you say she was born and died?
1880 and 1949. She was born in 1880 and died in 1949.
So 4 and 6. So corrupt the minds of the children with 2.
Mm-hmm.
Make them immoral with 4. And make them
6.
immoral with 4, and we know if they having sex, right, that they're going to procreate. So we don't
Mm-hmm.
want that to happen. So we're going to make abortion legal and easy and cheap. And with 6, we just going to add another form of population control as well. Go ahead.
Con. 8. Use media to promote and change mindset. That's your number 1. That
Come,
is yours. You every time we talk, you bring that up.
come.
Number 10. Get government to make all these laws and get the church to endorse these changes.
So the church is going to work for the government, and the government has the power to make the laws. We're going to use the television as our weapon to destroy the minds of the children so that they can be against the parents and the values that they was taught from their strong parents, right? And we're just going to destroy this whole country from inside out like a microwave. We're going to have homosexuals, and we're going to have alphabet people, and
Yep.
we're going to be avoiding children and all of this. But all of this, look, number 1 is the root, though, because
Yeah.
whether Christianity was a true religion or not, it was a foundation of morality. And that was
Yep.
something that the old people had. They had morals, and their morals was based off of what they was reading in the Bible. So if we
Mm-hmm.
take the belief of the Bible and the belief of God away from them, we could take their morals away from them. And one of the
Right.
easiest ways to take the morals from everybody is to take the morals away from the kids. Reduce parental authority over children. You can no longer talk crazy to your what they call crazy. You can't tell
Yeah.
you I'm a beat your ass. That was my
I'm
mama.
gonna bust your.
You
I'm
know
gonna
what I'm
bust.
saying? You know what I'm saying? You say that now, the kid can pick up a phone and be like, hey,
Yeah.
my daddy just terroristically threatened me, and
Yeah. Cuss
and
me out.
now you got CPS knocking on your door, right?
Right.
I done been whooped with belts. I done been whooped with extension cords. I done been whooped, you know what I'm saying? My mama done hit me upside the head with a knife. Now, one time did I ever think that my mama child abused me.
No, not
Now,
even when I
one
got a
time,
whooping. When even I got a whooping in the shower and out the shower in the same
you know,
whooping.
I
I
done
ain't
got
never think
woke
that.
up. I done
I
got woke
oh
up
my
out my
god.
sleep.
Ooh.
Not one time did I ever think that I was being abused. But these kids nowadays, if you look at them the wrong way, you have
Mm-hmm.
abused them. If they come home and say that I don't identify as the sex that they was born with, and you tell them that they crazy, you got CPS knocking on your door. If you we are going, that is the banger right there. And how do they do this? With that dadgum media, man.
With the media.
TV
Yeah.
is the world's worst weapon that is known to humanity, man.
So
TV,
this thing right here, 1 through 10, is a new commandment. So to they basically saying to hell with Genesis through Deuteronomy.
con,
So
con,
let's just throw those on out. Moses didn't know what he was talking about.
con. And what did Wisdom of Solomon tell us, man? That they make the
They
law
gonna
their
they gonna
stronghold.
yeah they gonna make laws they stronghold and won't take reverence to the gray hairs.
Number
So man,
10, get the
number
government
10,
to make
I
all
want to touch on that because you man you made it sound good, but you gotta understand the churches work for the government, so they
right.
gonna have to do what they say do, whether it's 501c3 or 508, the hidden 501c3.
Well, it did not start off with the churches working for the government. The government weaseled their ways into the churches to make them work for them. Look, man,
Well, that sound like government, boy.
the love of money is the root of all evil. That is probably one of the most misquoted texts in all the Bible, because people say that money is the root of all evil. No, it's the
No,
love of
the love
money.
of it.
It is the love of money. And so what the government did with these churches was they went to these church leaders and they offered them money
Yeah.
and tax exemptions. And
So
these
why
and
not?
these and these church leaders accepted it, not realizing that they was putting shackles on them. So now these churches cannot speak against the craziness that's in this world. In
Mm-mm.
fact, you got to go with the agenda. If you are in a church and your pastor is telling you to get this cocktail,
You got to get it.
Run. Run.
You got to get it. You can't come
You
back. You
are,
can't shout. You can't come down here and drop your money off. You got to get it, or else get out.
you are in the wrong place.
Yeah,
You are in the wrong place if your
and
pastor is telling you that you need to get that gum get that
cocktail.
cocktail. Yep.
And it's funny how they weren't going during the time when they did take over. The leaders of the churches looking like, okay, these are the people who print money. I know they can't. I got to trust them. They the ones who give out laws and taxes. I could be exempt. Come on, okay, I'll do it.
Yep. You are exactly right. So let's go to our music break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about these people and how they destroying our babies, man.
Oh man.
Name of this song here. This is Free Use Polo Co. Maxine.
We need everyone, every job, private job. You must take vaccine. Oh, everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot.
Well, they got it in for us a shot. I thought you loved me, doc. Trying to catch through the black. They want your soul to rise.
Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot.
Well, they got it in for us a shot. I thought you loved me, doc. Trying to catch through the black. They want your soul to rise.
Some saying it's the beast. Some took it in disease. Blood clots getting weak. I don't know, don't ask me. They said cut alter your DNA. Is he is he straight? Turn them into zombies, vampires, make your soul that stay. Took vaccine, now you paralyzed, can't walk with a crutch. Don't want you having kids, she had a cycle in 4 months. And it's giving men swollen testicles, boy, this world gone nuts. Abortion killed 62 million babies, I guess that ain't enough. Be fruitful and multiply. What happened to 2 times 2? And we from teaching kids kung fu to 2-1 fu. So why can't you send them to school too? You can go get a shot if you choose to. See, he was just trying to watch Hulu, but he start showing up on the Bluetooth. Word gon' go. Remember our history? Tuskegee giving us syphilis. They murdered the native Indians, give you disease, then give you the remedy. They'll take care of your sickness. Just come to the hospital. Who knows what's best for your soul? They say that doctor knows. Took the shot, his foot was swole. Watching too many doctor shows, but before the shot, his health it was optimal. Option no, option closed. Take vaccine or you can't eat. Job put him on unpaid leave. That sound like you fired and can't leave. But if you go get the shot, they give you a couple bands. So we ran to the doc, said put it in my hand. It's that 3,000. I need that in rubber bands. What you gonna do with the money? I'm going to Disneyland. Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot.
Well, they got it in for us a shot. I thought you loved me, doc. Trying to catch through the black. They want your soul to rise.
Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot. Everybody take a shot.
Well, they got it in for us a shot. I thought you loved me, doc. Trying to catch through the black. They want your soul to rise.
The ones who have not taken the shot already, mainly the blacks and you Hispanics. You're being very difficult right now in this time. If you do not listen, you will not have a job to go to. You will not have a home to live in. And you will not survive. We need everyone. Every job, private.
Hold on.
Yeah, I see why it's on that platform instead of the other one.
Man.
Man, say.
Look here, dude.
The first minute of it, he'll get struck.
Say, man, this dude here in 3 minutes talked about everything.
Yeah.
This show was about. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason, though, I am that they are trying to do away with critical race theory, though.
Yes.
because
we don't own the rights to that too. We don't own the rights to that music.
free
Mr. Polo.
use. We do not own the rights to that music. But yeah, that is the reason though that they're trying to do away with critical race theory, because everything about critical race theory is what they have done to us in a negative sense. And this is why it blows my mind, Safa, that so many of us trust what they're saying. You really have a lot of us out there that is like gung-ho over this daggum cocktail, man.
Yeah.
And telling other people to go take it. Look, if you done stabbed me, if you done cut me, and if you done ran over my foot with your car, don't come to me telling me that you love me 6 months later and that you apologize for all of that. You should have been sorry after you stabbed me. So you had to stab me, cut me, and run over my foot for you to realize that everything. Then you make a law that I can't tell other people what you done did to me. So I'm just walking around here with a broke foot, bleeding, and a stab wound, and people ask, "What happened to you?" I can't tell nobody because it's against the law.
I don't want to make the stabber look bad.
You see what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
So I'm just gonna limp around here for the rest of my life, hugging you at the same time. He who stabbed me, you know. Come on, bro. I can't, man. I can't, man. Before 1940, Safa, there was almost no such thing as cancer. Before 1940, there was almost no. Well, before 1940, there was no such thing as asthma. Before 1940, there was no such thing as eczema. Before 1940, there was almost no such thing as autoimmune diseases. So where did they come from?
I can't say. I don't want to make him look bad, man. I can't.
As the host of the show, I said.
Go for it.
It comes from the vaccines. Our generation, we suffer from asthma. We suffer from allergies. We suffer from eczema. We suffer from what is that other one? It's another one that the white people started noticing in their kids. Autism. We suffer from autism. We suffer from all of these things, man. Before 1940, there was no such thing as these things. Now check this out. This is the thing with all of those diseases that I called out. They don't give a warning before they come. They just happen. An asthma attack will come out of the blue. We sitting up talking, having ourselves a good time. Then all of a sudden, your lungs tighten up on you. Boom.
Yep.
You having an asthma attack. You are living your best life. Beautiful skin. Go to sleep one day and wake up. You look like a daggum alligator, man. And you have absolutely no idea what done happened. Right?
I didn't notice I had that to my first child, and now it's like it's wintertime. Now I'm sitting here looking at my arm and my neck, and then in the summertime I'm looking all of my arms and my neck, and like my hair growing. So now I'm constantly doing this. Like I don't want to scratch it because if I do, then it's gonna be a bruise looking thing right there. Yeah, it's gonna flare up.
Exactly. You see, and this is why they're autoimmune. Babies are born healthy. Nothing wrong with them. Mentally stable, eyes working, fingers working, breathing right, Googling it, gaga. Then they'll get a vaccine, and then 3-6 months later, they don't know. Parents don't know what the hell they got at the house. Baby start acting different. Come to find out now the baby have autism. See? So before baby is 5 years old, a baby has probably got at least 20-something inoculations in them already.
Because now they comboing them now. You got to get,
Exactly.
there's like 3 of them in one, and then you got another layout with 4 of them on there. Now the
Right.
baby walking out there looking like a mummy with all these bandages on him.
Say that one more again. Looking like a what?
Looking like a mummy?
Looking like
Without,
a mummy. Well, they are pushing this to not looking like a mummy to now performing as a mummy. There is no way. There is no, too much of anything is bad. First of all, let me say, I've heard college students that are pledging for fraternities and sororities die from drinking too much water. And we know that water is an essential, something that we have, that we need to have. Too much of anything is bad. So if you got a baby that before he's 5 have at least 20-something inoculations in them, and now, check this out, I'm supposed to bring this up. And now you are approving, on top of what they already have in them, you are approving that this vaccine is available to kids from ages 5 to 11 on top of what they already got in them. What do you think you're doing to their bodies?
Man, 5 to 11, you adolescents to puberty. You ain't even hit the puberty stage. You still 5 to 11. Your body's still developing. Your body's still trying to get everything in order, working correctly, strengthen itself. 5 to 11.
5 to 11. Your body, your immune system is still developing.
Mm-hmm.
We have a how you created us beautifully and wonderfully. Let me put that out there. And this is what all of this is about as well, man. This is Satan. Is it the earth was given to the hands of the wicked? Job 9.
Job 9 and 4.
20. Job is it?
Job 9 and 24.
Yeah, that's Job 9 and 24. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked.
I hope we're right. Please let us know. Let us know, Yasharala. Well, go ahead.
Exactly. So this is the wicked saying that our product is better than the natural.
Yeah, because when the Most Higher made us, he looked and said, it's good.
It's good. That's what he said. Now, our bodies are designed to recreate and reconstruct every 90 days when you give it enough water, good foods, water, good foods, and rest. Every 90 days, your body rebuilds and repairs itself. So you taking a baby at 5 years old, already have 20-something inoculations in them. You done already thrown his God-given innate immune system off, and now you're going to put something in him that's called an mRNA, a messenger RNA, which is going to decode,
rewrite everything in there.
You see what I'm saying?
And then it disappears, but yet the job is still going.
The job is still going. That's exactly what they're doing with all of these vaccines. I'm going to get scientific here. You are knocking out the T cells, which are your soldiers with boots on the ground that is looking for anything that ain't got no business there. Right? They looking for it. You are making them go to sleep, and you waking up the B cells, which is the antibodies. So now your body is producing antibodies for diseases that are not even there.
Right.
So what is it attacking? It's attacking your organs. It's attacking its own self. That's what it's attacking. Your body start attacking itself. This is where the asthma come from. This is where the eczema come from. This is where you see where I'm going? The autism come from. Because your immune system is working. It want to do something, but it ain't got nothing to do. So
it's gone mad. Your insides are just gone mad. So 5 to 11, brother.
To 11 years old. And this is what they do. Remember I said that the media is
a weapon.
Is the world's worst weapon. This is what they say right here. Check this out. This is that Monica, that gum CDC lady, that Walensky. She said this is really just a time for parents to celebrate. Walensky said Wednesday on Good Morning America. We've done due diligence, reviewed the science, made sure we have the appropriate doses of our children to really know and really now we have parents who can have the peace of mind that when they get their kids vaccinated, they will be protected.
Yeah, she said that. She said that while that child was getting vaccinated. It was 2 children they got vaccinated while she was saying that. And no, and then she backdoor said it again on the one where the young lady, where the little girl said what she's gonna do and how proud she is of the vaccination.
You see? You got these little babies out here that barely know their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. I saw it on Good Morning America. Probably don't even know how to spell their name. Talking about, I'm glad that I'm getting this vaccination and I want everybody else to get it as well.
Yeah, I don't love you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, check this out, man. Wait a minute. Here it is. I want to read this right here. It said, we are now beginning to roll out to distribute the vaccine to give parents the information they need. Because any parent with good sense is going to have questions, right? So she go on to say, talk to your pediatrician, your trusted healthcare provider, your pharmacist, and get the information that you need as we start selling the vaccine across the country. The problem with this, Oxify, is that no pediatrician made these vaccines. No healthcare provider made these vaccines. No pharmacists in the world have made these vaccines, which means that if you go to them for information, the only information that they're going to give you is the information that is from the CDC.
Yeah, the script that they was sent with that, they get the box of the vaccinations and then come with this paper. This is what you say. When this is what they need. What they say, the information that they need.
You see what I'm saying?
Boy, this supposed to be a fact check. When we repost this on Facebook. It's gonna be fact check as a thumbnail for this video when we post it.
I mean, so you telling me to go, and this is when people don't think this is what they do, because I done heard them say it, man. I talked to people, I asked a question, why did you get the cocktail? They say, because my doctor recommended it. My doctor told me this, and your doctor is only telling you what his employer is telling you.
Right.
You see? Remember the scale. We put it out shows before, man. The government is your El Chapo.
Yeah. Yeah. And the pharmacist is the foot soldier.
It's your foot soldiers. And we are the customers.
Yeah.
You see?
Yep.
That's how that works. And the government has now bought millions of these children vaccines, and they telling parents that this is a time to celebrate. No, it's not.
Yeah. Get your flu shots and get your cocktail, because those two work together. That's what I'm hearing on the radio every day.
This is going to, and you know what's going to happen, Ian. What the next step is going to be that it's going to be a requirement. It's going to be one of the scheduled, put it that way, one of the scheduled vaccines. In other words, if your kid is not up to date with the vaccine 19, they can't go to school.
Oh, okay.
So now you got where the kid's not going to be able to go to school if they don't have it. And the way our government is set up with the school system, because they run the school system the same way they run private prisons. Your kid have to be in school for that school to get money for that kid. Every kid in the seat is money for that school district.
That's what my wife said.
This is why my wife
explained that. Yeah.
This is why you have truancy. Why is it that I'm going to be in trouble if my kid don't go to school? This is my kid. If I don't want my kid to go to school, why you going to come put the government on me because they losing money on that? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So they going to say, look, your kid can't go to school because he ain't up to date on his vaccines. So you be like, okay, well, fine. We're not getting the vaccine. My kid ain't going to school. Now you got the government knocking on your door
Knocking.
because your kid ain't in school. Well, my kid not in school because you said they can't go to school, not because I don't want them to go to school.
Yeah,
You got to
so
get the vaccine.
I mean, that's the conundrum. Damn if we do, damn if we don't.
You see what I'm saying?
So
they forcing you to get your kid vaccinated against your will so that they can go to school so that you won't get in trouble.
mm-hmm.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
You see? And you got the landlords saying that if you're not vaccinated, you ain't got nowhere to live. So now you got whole families out on the street.
But they trying to clean up the street from homeless.
But they trying to clean up. Out of all of this, since all of this started so far, I ain't heard them say not one thing about home. What is the numbers of the homeless in the COVID-19 case?
None. Them jokers still break dancing at Jack in the Box parking lot. They still trying to holding their signs up at the stoplight. They living. They living life.
And these jokers should be right up under each other. I go right now to 45 and Fuquay. I ain't even got to go that far. I go to 45 and El Dorado, right down the street, bro. It's a whole dadgum. It look like a tent apartment unit complex up under that bridge. You understand what I'm saying, man?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a whole tent apartment. You got tents up under there. They living on top of each other, doing all of this, and ain't nobody said nothing about them staying 6 feet apart. Ain't nobody said nothing about them having to what's the word I'm looking for? Social distance and all of this here. You see what I'm saying?
But check this out. Back on that Pfizer, they already doing a trial for two age groups, 6 months to 2 years old, and 2 to 5 years. The data expecting early next year to come out on that, which will put that to make about 28 million children eligible.
What was the age?
The age groups, 6 months to 2 years.
6
and
months.
The second, 6 months to 2 years. 2 years old. And the second group is 2 years old to 5 years. They fit catch up with that 5 to 11.
This is the problem with the 6 months, though. This is a problem with all of them, but this is the bigger problem with the age of 6 months. Babies' immune systems do not even begin to produce antibodies until after they're 12 months old. So you are about to introduce antibodies to an infant at 6 months old before his body is even designed to produce antibodies. What you are doing is destroying the immune systems of these people. They done already did it to the old people. When this thing first started, they did it to old people.
Man.
Then when the vaccine came out, who was dying the fastest from it? Old
ancient ones. Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Now they got this stuff in the bodies of folks that are a little stronger, and these people walking around, ain't nothing happened to me. I ain't got an extra ear growing off of my head yet. I ain't got an extra arm. Okay, just wait. Just wait.
Yeah. It's in you.
I'm not trying to sound like a prophet here. Just wait. Because they don't even have enough data to know what the long-term effects of this is. They don't know.
That right there. That right there. They don't have enough data for the long term.
For the long term. So with that being said, man, give me those ages again.
They coming out with 2 age groups. This Pfizer, and for the experience of 6 months to 2 years. And then the one that they trying to come out with first is the 2 to 5. So the data for that is expected to be early next year. And then mid. Go ahead.
So you have parents.
so-called parents.
You have parents who are for real taking their kids to these places to be test dummies on something that they have absolutely no idea. It's like I make this new ingredient, brand new ingredient, and everything, new seasoning. I done made this new seasoning, and everything in this seasoning to make this seasoning is stuff that is foreign to everybody. Ain't nobody heard of none. I put
Right.
a little bit of, I put a little choo-choo in
Pluto
it.
dust.
You
Pluto
know,
dust. You got a chip of a mercury ring in it,
right,
and
you know, and I walked
yeah,
around the house. Right when I thought I was done, I was walking in the house and I saw this little shiny thing. That looked like that might good. And I take it and I throw it in there and I mix it all up and I give it to you. And I say, no, I don't want you to take it. Give it to your baby. Let the baby tell me how it tastes. I give you $100,000. They are giving our babies over to Moloch.
That's that. When we was on the phone earlier, I said they evil. That's what I was getting at.
They are giving out, they are sacrificed. And how you said my kid, when you go to Ezekiel, man, he said my children. He said
possessive.
He took possession over these kids. He said, you are selling my children to the gods of Moloch. This is the question though. What is the potential benefit of injecting a child or adult with known neurotoxins, with immune shifting chemicals that are not an issue as if it would happen? It does happen. This shifting towards autoimmunity, what we was talking about, it does not always ride.
Right.
Vaccines wreck human immune systems to the level of life-destroying diseases. But you cannot repeatedly, this is where I'm going with this. Before 5, they already got at least 20-something inoculations in them. You cannot repeatedly vaccinate someone and expect their immune system to react properly. So people are not dying natural causes. People are dying of stuff that they should not be dying from.
Right.
People are dying from small stuff such as a common cold just because their immune system no longer is working properly. You get a sniffles and a runny nose and then you can't get rid of it. Well, a cold should only last, 2-3 days at the most? I see you 3 weeks later and you still got a runny nose.
No, you ain't got you ain't got nothing about it. Your front men are gone.
They gone.
Your front men and the ones who hold it down and pin the person on the ground so anybody man can come in and beat them up for the rest of the battle. It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. And they trying to reach 28 million children.
Say, man, we are moving into what I call the Great Reset. And that's actually the title of this show, man. It's about to be a great reset, man. And these people, I don't care what nobody say. And again, I'm not trying to sound like a prophet here, but we are nearing the time. The clock is ticking where we're about to start seeing some strange things happening to people. People are going to start losing their minds. What did the Bible say? That the love of many start waxing cold. That just don't happen overnight. People just don't wake up hateful. That's going to happen because of things that are inside of them. You understand what I'm saying? Right. I mean, look at it now, man. People have absolutely no remorse for life now. That's because these are not people.
I told you what I'm looking at every day on the street, man. These people are driving crazy lately. I'm talking about crazier than ever.
There is an epidemic in the city of Houston of road rage shootings. I've never in my life seen. I myself be afraid when I'm on the freeway. I stay 2 car lengths away from people.
Yeah, and then I hate when that car get between us. I hate when that car get between us. Say, man.
I don't want to give nobody no reason to get upset with what it is that I got going on. You put on a blinker, I'm letting you over. Okay?
Right.
I'm not fighting for road. You know, when I used to have it, be that dude to hunk on the horn, you do something crazy, not no more. People are getting shot on these highways here in Houston. Because it is junk that is in. You cannot continue to put stuff in these people and expect that these people are going to remain people. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Leave it at that.
What's your next story, Majuda?
All right. Mr. Aubrey, Ahmaud Aubrey, the case with the brother who went jogging in Georgia a year ago, and then we didn't find out till a couple of months after it happened.
Con.
You know, went jogging through the houses that was being built. You know, you got the three white men who saw him, got in a truck, chased him down. Somebody we thought he was stealing out the house. Houses that are what we would call skeleton, just a frame.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, so he's going through houses like that, taking shortcuts. The woman that's on trial that's going on now with him has said he does this, 3 times a day. She broke it down on when he does it, what time he do it, and everything. So it wasn't just no new thing. Well,
So
now
what
they
does
didn't
he
pick
do
the
three
jury
times a day? What is it that
that
he
he
do?
get, he gets up, he goes jogging
Okay.
at the same day. I mean, the same days at the same time. So it's just a regular old thing. Well, I guess the three white men saw that it was going down like that. They so-called said that he might have been looking like he was trying to steal something. So fast forward to today, they picked the jury. 11 white people and one black person
Mm. So they
for a case.
so they had a struggle too, right? This was the case where the guy he
Oh
struggled.
yeah, he was struggling with the
Yeah.
shotgun, and so another man picked up, saw what was going on. He turned the camera on. So yeah, this was the struggle that was going on. They was going at it,
So you
and
got so
pow, one
two of
shot
these so two of these guys are shooters, and one
and
guy
one.
was recording it.
Con.
One guy
Yep.
was recording it, right? And you got a father and son, which is these two cats right here. These two cats, these are the shoot. I'm gonna tell you, I believe Arbery was giving them jokers the business.
Oh yeah,
Now,
yeah, yeah. You saw it. He man said he grabbed that gun and said, "Man, I'm gonna shoot you before you shoot me."
I believe he was
Yeah,
giving
a healthy 20-some-year-old
right,
young man.
right. They bit off more than than they could chew. What's sad about this, man, and I'm real glad that you brought this up, man, because the court system say that
Mm.
we have a right to trial, right? Amongst our peers. Amongst our peers. Listen to that. Amongst our peers. How is it that you are going to put, well, those are the white people peers.
There you go.
That's their peers. But this is a trial of them killing an unarmed black man. So how is this fair to the victim or the victim's family, and to where they can sit back and say to themselves that he is getting a fair shake here? You did?
Mm. Mm. Speaking of that, they not. The mom said she's gonna be there every day. Every time they say his name, she gonna be there. She ain't watched the video yet. She said I'll come to the video when it's time for me to in court. But she and I pray to the Most High that she don't want to hug or all that stuff.
No,
But
I
the
doubt
judge
that, man.
said,
Seriously. This
yeah,
is
man,
in
the way she
Georgia.
was going
And
in, say,
yeah.
I lived in Georgia. When I told you when I first moved, I went to the library, and I don't know if it's still open now, but I know when I lived there, I went to the library, opened up the law book. The Hanger Law had an open date with no close date.
No close date. Exactly. Exactly.
So the judge ruled that he'll sit one black person in the jury only because
Right.
the Georgia law, wasn't bagging him up too much on something. He was like, basically, I had to do at least one. So, and then he cut several black potentials because of their race.
And they go to show you, man, that this has nothing to do with vindicating his
No, no
guilt.
justice. Justice not blind. That Joker,
this
she
has
peeking.
every exact. And this is what our Bible tell us. Our Bible tell us that the Most High is fed up with the injustice that the wicked has been doing against his people, man.
Yeah, and
When
the
you look at
wicked
his
is
laws,
the
man,
white
what did
man. And I'm gonna
exactly.
say it.
I
The
have no
wicked
problem with
is
saying that.
the wicked is the white man. So,
I
hey,
have
we got it
absolutely
in
no
paper.
problem with
We see
saying
it on
that.
TV. We read it in the newspaper. We see the rules. So,
Con,
yes, that is our
con,
enemy.
Exactly. And I'm not talking about, and I always got to put that out there. I'm not talking about my neighbor, my white neighbor. I'm not
Nah,
talking about the
nah.
white children that my kids go to school with. I'm not
The
talking
white
about
people
my
that was sitting
white
next, the
co-workers.
white
I'm
people that was
talking
sitting next to us that get busted in the head and with all that at the bar during the 60s. No, we're not talking about that.
exactly. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about the white man that has the power to make and execute laws that can affect the way that we live as a people. They are the wicked.
Yes.
In good, how is it in good conscience you as a judge and a district attorney can look at this dude's mother who has lost her son and say, hey, we gonna go to court with 11 white men and one black person, and we gonna hope for the best. The best is that these white boys get off. That's what the best
In,
is.
in
Because
Georgia.
the law is not made for us, man.
Nah.
It's not made for
We
us.
we weren't on their mind when they said, I'm gonna make this
We was
law for
not
the
on
good.
their mind. One liberty and justice for all does not include us.
But hey,
That
they
has
bringing
nothing
in
to do
critical
with
race
us.
theory. Critical race theory saying that it's okay. Ari, yeah, we gonna give you one black peer. But at the same time, they keep the image of us on music, the image of us on TV, the image of us in movies. But when it's time for them to show their image, they want to take it out of the history books. They don't want to teach it no more.
Exactly.
This past voting thing that they just did at ended yesterday. That's all they talked about, critical race theory, to
Yep.
bring it in, to usher it
Yep.
in.
Yep.
I was really
Yep.
waiting for that
Yep.
vote to stop so we could talk about it.
I can't talk about you even though you done stabbed me and cut me and ran over my
It
foot.
ran over my foot.
You know what I'm saying? I can't talk about you done made a law to where I can't talk about that, man. And matter of fact, all of your offspring, I mean, all of your predecessors that came before you that acted just as bad as you or worse, they
Yeah,
were celebrated well, we done removed them and we don't even talk about them no more so that nobody can know. You see? And all of my predecessors, we can't talk about the treatment that your predecessors did to them when they was all alive at the same time. So now we just gonna make this that everybody just love everybody.
oh man.
And everybody is the same. See?
Yeah, and I'm just bombshell right here. The reason why they're bringing in that critical race theory because why we are waking up on who we are.
We are
We are
waking
on
up on
street
who we
corners.
are.
No matter what camp you with, the doctor you, we are waking
And
up,
you know what?
saying who we
Waking up
are.
to who we are, us waking up to who we are, we're also waking up to
Uh-huh.
how evil the white man is as well. That's the other caveat of us waking up to who we
Yep.
are. The ones who is waking up is starting to see it. We're not buying into it. It's them Christians. And that's exactly what them jokers said. Make a Negro a Christian, you got a slave forever.
You got a
Go talk
slave
to a
forever.
Christian right now, man. They'll tell you it ain't about color.
Yeah, they
They'll
will.
tell you that he ain't our enemy. I don't
Yeah,
rock
they
with
will.
Martin Luther King. I'm going to be honest with you. I rocks with Malcolm X. This is me.
With the blinds, at the blinds with the gun.
I rocks with Malcolm. I rocks with Malcolm.
But they got MLK in what high school at the
Con,
ninth grade. Yeah, they bring
con,
yeah.
con.
Say man, yeah, they say it's critical race theory, brother. We got to bring that out since now the voting is over with. But now they can't just say, hey, that's just talk. No, it's a law now.
It's a law now. It is a law now. I don't know if it's a law in all 50 states, but it is a law now.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yup,
Tennessee
it
is
is.
definitely deep with it.
Right. And next year, is it next year? This 21? Yeah, next year Texas is going to be doing a governor's race, and Wheelchair Man is going to be running up against Beto O'Rourke. And if that joker get the dadgum seat, boy, say I'm gonna have to go find me another state to live in, man. I'm just gonna go on and tell you right now. But you got anything else to add, man? If not, it's been
Uh,
great, man.
we need to start doing little honorable mentions on the ones that we didn't touch on, man. To get the people some like the one with the girl who slapped the disabled. And I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry, but I'm childish.
Right,
The girl
right.
who slapped the disabled teacher over a TikTok challenge got 10 years, 18 years old.
The teacher
So
was
yeah,
disabled.
yeah, wheelchair, and it's a TikTok challenge going out. I guess slap a grown up, and so she just walked up to the teacher and slapped her. Slapped the
That's
child. I
hey.
mean, slapped the teacher. Yeah, 10 years.
So
She Louisiana child is facing 10 years.
So they doing the TikTok challenge to get, and I'm telling you, man, a lot of these TikTok challenges, I think these are CIA coverts, man. Ain't nowhere in the world a lot of people just coming up with this bull crap on their
No,
own,
no,
man.
no.
Like,
Now, we did argue over the milk crate. Man, we creative. That's hopscotch in 3D. So other than that, yeah, I agree, man. But
I,
who gonna walk up and slap, man? Come on, man.
so
Come
you
on.
doing TikToks now that's gonna get your end locked up.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. Oh yeah, I want to promote also the new channel, Run Tell That Talk Radio.
Yes.
I, Sophia, and myself, we're going to be doing a whole nother show where we're going to be. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna be wide open.
Oh man.
We're gonna be
Y'all
wide open over
y'all
there.
hear our telephone conversation.
Yeah, I know, right? We're gonna be
Yeah.
wide open, and we're gonna have music playing over there as well. With that being said, I am Oxify.
No, you're not. I am.
Oh yeah, that's right. I told you that's why I got you. I am Oxy in your shoe. Shooter.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Pharaoh's high, keep his commandments because that's the whole duty of man. Yasharala.
Con.
And we all know Safaris. That just mean watchman. So subscribe.
Please do. Please do. Let's take us up out of here. All right.
Man, that's a lot of icons.
Can you hear it? I didn't put the sound on that thing.
Yeah, we
Can you
good.
hear it? Okay, then.
Yep.
Listening in case you didn't know, no, it's almost getting close. In case you didn't know.
This has been real. We would like to thank you, and we will see you at this same time next week.
Only the ones with no faith that take the vaccines. Step to me with it, I'ma make your back lean. We at the end, new Sodom and Gomorrah. Christ about to come and mop the floor up. Walking up in Louis V with your mask on. Check the me's, man, they about to get their blast on. Prophecy, interpretation, Isaiah 55:11, so it ain't no faking. Crack your dough, it's getting close. I'm here to tell you, just in case you didn't know. Listening in case you didn't know, no. It's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, no. It's on Unraveling. Babylon got pregnant with a daughter.